Good morning, children. In the previous session, we have discussed about the types of forces. Forces are basically divided into two types. They are contact forces and forces at distances or field forces. Contact forces are the muscular force, 2 frictional force, 3 normal force, 4 tension. Coming to the field forces, we have 3 major field forces. They are 1 gravitational force, 2 electrostatic force, and third one magnetic force. So after discussing about this, okay, force, muscular force you are saying, contact forces you are saying, field forces we are saying. So what is this force at all? So coming to this force, as we have already defined in our first video, the force is the push or pull applied over an object to change its push or pull applied over an object to change its state of rest or motion or shape. It may change a body which is at rest, you can make it move, which is already in motion, you can make it stop, or it may change its shape, or it may break, or it may, okay, so distort its originality. So coming to this force, so now it may be a push or pull, it may be done by a push or pull. So when we are pushing or pulling, does everywhere this happens? Let us say a heavy box is there, you are pulling. If you pull it, let us say your cupboard is there, your wardrobe is there. Could it be moved easily? No. You alone cannot move it. So what do we do? In order to move it from one place to another place, we take the help of somebody else. So then it is easily moved. That means you are adding up somebody else. So depending upon the mass of the object to be moved, so you are taking the help of the other person. So force is depending upon the mass. If I ask you to lift the chair and keep it there, you can easily lift it and keep it over there. If I ask you to take a table, lift the table and keep it over there, could you do it by yourself? Definitely not. You will take the help of somebody else to lift it and keep it somewhere else. So there you are taking the help. So depending upon the mass, your force is acting. So that is force is depending on the mass. If the small object is there, you can easily change. So which you are doing it with a rate of doing it will be called as acceleration. The rate at which you are able to change its position, you can increase your this positions, that is your acceleration. So force is depending on mass and acceleration. It is depending on mass and acceleration, how fast it is can be moved. A small stone can be thrown very fast. A big stone you cannot throw with that speed, that acceleration, that velocity. So that is your acceleration here. So here force is depending on mass and acceleration. So force, if you consider, force is measured in terms of mass and acceleration. Mass is measured in terms of kilograms. Acceleration is measured in terms of meters per second square, and therefore the MKS unit of force is kg meter per second square. This is the MKS unit, and in the SI system we have defined this as Newton. 1 Newton, okay, generally represented by capital letter N, Newton. 1 Newton of force is nothing but 1 Newton of force is said to be making a 1 kg of mass to move through 1 meter per second square. Move it through an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. So, if a body of 1 kg mass is moved with an acceleration of 1 meter per second square, then the force exerted by it is said to be 1 Newton. And this 1 Newton of force, F, is measured in terms of newtons we said. Let us say if the object, if there is an object, let us say this is your object O, okay, this object O, you are applying some 10 newtons of force to move it. It has not moved. Then you will take the help of somebody else who can add up 5 more newtons of force. 5 newtons of force. So when you are adding up, it is moved. So what is the net force? Net force acting on this object is equal to, you are using 10 newtons plus you have taken the help of your friend, that is 5 newtons, so this is 15 newtons. So when the forces are applied from in the same direction, they will be adding up. Let us say the same thing, the object is here and you are pushing with 10 newtons of force, and your friend is, when you ask your friend is trying to push from this side, object will not move. Still, it becomes difficult for you to move the table. Then this is your, okay, this is your 10 newtons of force minus 5 newtons of force acted in opposite directions. So you will take it in this value as minus, and this is 5 newtons is the net force. This is your net force. Let us say the same object is acted upon with 10 newtons of force, and your friend is pulling from this side with 5 newtons of force. Friend is pulling and you are pushing. Then this is the net force. Net force acting over here will be 10 newtons plus 5 newtons. Though both of you and your friend are on either side, so both of them are applying the force to make the object move in the same direction, and therefore they will be added up. Similarly, if you take another object where 10 newtons of force is applied over here, 5 newtons of force is applied over here, and one of your friend is applying 8 newtons of force over here in the opposite direction. So 10 newtons plus 5 newtons, and this is in the opposite direction, so minus 8 newtons. So 15 minus 8 is 7 newtons is the net force acting on the body. So depending on this, we can say that depending on all these discussions, we say that the net force is the force acting on an object in all the direction, all the possible directions. When these directions are up in the same direction, then we can add up the forces acting on the body. If they are on the opposite direction, then the negative sign is given to the opposite force acting on it, and they will be subtracted, and the net force will be less than the initial force that you are adding. Thank you.